Good morning. Welcome back to Proof of Work Coin News. This is your host, Coinology. If you could take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I'd super appreciate that. Currently on a goal of hitting 250 subscribers. Let's go ahead and jump into the market. Okay, moving over to the market, we have a lot of red. So currently Bitcoin moved down 1.9% since yesterday, and we have had a market downturn, just kind of correcting itself from the last couple of weeks of moving up. You have Zencoin moving back down 10.8%. We do have Bitcoin Cash moving 7.3% down, and then we do have Caspa moving back down 6.3%. Okay, so moving into NEURAI, our review of the day. This is also called XNA coin, and they say here, connecting the real world with blockchain. NEURAI aims to be the platform to enable harnessing the power of AI algorithms for efficient data analytics, predictive modeling, decision-making, connectivity to IoT devices using blockchain assets. So about us, NEURAI was born with the clear objective of bringing together the real world through IoT equipment developed by us and the digital world through the NEURAI blockchain. To these two important parts, we must add the ability to use AI to solve and identify the needs that we want to explore through our own algorithms. Our initial needs to create NEURAI were based on the fundamental principles: robust and proven code, proof of work for good distribution, ASIC resistant to avoid mining centralization, asset to manage and interact with IoT, good documentation and libraries to have a good start. And the one chosen for this journey is Ravencoin, which contains everything we are looking for and allows us to grow with robustness, simplicity, and power. As with any project, we are not eternally tied to this initial code, and we expect to evolve over the years, incorporating what will benefit the community. NEURAI could have been a token on any chain, but the limitations and lack of transparency for distribution forced us to build our own chain. Decentralization and distribution is a very complex thing to achieve, but we strongly believe that Satoshi's invention with proof of work very clearly solves the problem, and for now, there is nothing better to guarantee security in a distributed network. So moving down, they have blockchain tech, the best technology available to developers. UTXO model. The UTXO model is easily the greatest parallelization-friendly technical innovation that a blockchain can provide. Scalability. NEURAI starts with 8 megabytes per block, but will adapt to future needs. Assets on chain, NFT, and tokens managed from the node itself, being able to use external links to add more information. Fastest transactions, 10 times faster than Bitcoin, 8 times more capacity per block. That's not really saying a lot to me. Improved DAA, originally designed for Ravencoin, the mature assert difficulty adjustment algorithm is highly robust and adaptive to hash rate fluctuations. ASIC resistance uses the POW hashing algorithm to discourage the development of ASIC hardware. So roadmap, the NEURAI roadmap. 2023 Q1, Stage 1, NEURAI mainnet blockchain and NEURAI Block Explorer officially launched. Created a pool for the miners, a QT wallet for users, and the first block explorer for NEURAI, first exchange, XEGGEX or similar. Moving into Q2, the block explorer compatible with NEURAI assets, NFT, and FT. Start of hackathon for developers with prizes according to development mobile wallet. Own creation via hackathon or external such as Zelcore. Stage 3, the white paper and documentation about NEURAI project. Start of development on IoT equipment and small devices such as ESP32 or RISC-V. Round to look for new and better exchanges focusing on DEX. Stage 4, creation of libraries to interact with NEURAI network from any device. Create a website to have all NEURAI documentation for developers. Development of first NEURAI v1.0 board. Test and work. Some equipment to work and test the NEURAI project. Part of the project is based upon our experience with different microcontrollers from the ones presented and their configuration for IoT equipment. This is just part of what we have. Our team part of the NEURAI development team based in Europe and hopefully growing in other areas of the world. The initial anonymity allows us to combine our current jobs with this project. On the other hand, it also allows us to protect the project from possible targeted attacks. Now they have some sort of comparison here between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and NEURAI. Over here they have the distribution. So the max supply is 21 billion. The style is a micro halving every 10 days. It's 5% is going to be decreased. In 7 years, it'll be about mined out. Okay, how's the launch been fair? Our intention is to make it as fair as possible, although we know it is impossible. On the official Twitter, we published the NEURAI source code address, and a few users joined the initial mining. Due to the problems with POW has to mine alone, we decided to look for a solution to mine with a pool, and thanks to Discord users, we made a mining core modification to work with NEURAI. At the time we started the pool, more people joined the mining. When we made the launch, we didn't think it was necessary to launch the announcement on a specific platform, and users warned us that it was advisable to announce it on BitTalk, and so we did. Or Bitcoin Talk, so we did. Okay. So overall, I think it is a cool idea as far as NEURAI. Now, first of all, I did just want to say this is not financial advice, and this is just an opinion piece. And then go ahead and put your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know what you think about this project. But yeah, so some positives and some negatives here. As far as the positives, this looks like a project that has some good bones to it as far as they want to be ASIC resistant. They are a proof of work chain, so they are mineable. They are, looks like they are developing things pretty quickly for this network. And they have some decent documentation here for just starting. They do have a wallet. They are decently fast, nothing too exciting here. And the launch has been decently fair. It looks like they haven't really disclosed that they were launching on too many different places. It looks like they did on Bitcoin Talk, but they had already started the pre-mine when that happened. So I don't know that it's been that fair. I don't know if it's just been, developers basically mining it with nobody knowing that NEURAI hasn't even launched. Now, as far as negatives, there's a lot of questions about what they're doing here, and it's specifically with these IoT devices. As you know, Helium uses IoT devices, and I am not a fan. I find it to be very gimmicky. I find it to be a situation where there is a lot of promises behind IoT devices, and what ends up happening is the developers hold the coins and then make more money over time because they have the most IoT devices, or they have more beneficial IoT devices. So that would be something to look out for. Now, as far as their team, this is a little bit of a red flag. I always say that this is a red flag when a team will not expose themselves publicly to where we know who they are, what their backgrounds are, because Asimov, Bender, Blanca, and Satellite could be completely fake names. We know nothing about these people. We know nothing about what they've worked on before, or what their background is. Kind of get a picture of what the creative ideas are, where they're being started from. So that is a red flag to me. Another one that I found very interesting is that essentially they are comparing themselves to Bitcoin and Ethereum as far as speed. And then as far as any kind of fees, gas fees. And I just think that's strange because Bitcoin is a store of gold and Ethereum is a DeFi platform. They're not comparing themselves to something like, say, Caspa or a Solana or something like that that's extremely fast, or a Litecoin that is, extremely cheap to send and receive. So this is kind of strange. But last but not least, it's KPOW. It's a KPOW algorithm. And KPOW, unfortunately, as much as I love Ravencoin back in the day, I think that KPOW is dead and that GPU mining will move away from KPOW. I love that it's ASIC resistant, but man, it runs hot, and man, it uses a lot of electricity. So this is kind of a big hell no for me. Now, like we were kind of talking about, the fair launch, I find that to be a little bit sketchy because it sounds like that they were already mining it as far as like the dev team, friends, anybody that they had told, but they were, out of honesty, not going to tell anybody. And then, out of nowhere, they go and tell Bitcoin Talk because some of the people that catch wind of the project tell them that it's not really a fair launch without disclosing it to the public. So overall, I'm going to hard pass on this project. I think that it is another AI coin that is, going to be gimmicky. People are going to jump into it because of the AI feature. Now, one thing that I'm going to be looking out for in any AI project going forward, and something that I'm noticing a trend on, is we see a lot of these projects saying that they're going to connect their blockchain with AI, but they haven't done it yet. So come back to me when you are actually AI, as it says in your name, and we'll talk then. In all seriousness, though, if you are planning on mining this coin, please note that there is a web wallet, so that is accessible. They do also have a web exchange. I believe it was the XEGGEX. Let's see here. Yeah, so you do have XEGGEX as far as an exchange. An exchange that I like a little bit better is going to be TXBit. So this is another option where you'd be able to sell the NEURAI. If it was me, I would mine it directly to an exchange. Protect yourself. Make sure you know the risks when you mine a coin like this, because this coin very easily could pull the rug on you and, steal your cryptocurrency or whatever is on that computer that you are mining this coin to. So keep in mind, if you are going to mine this coin and you are going to put their wallet on your computer, please put it on a computer that has nothing else on it. No other cryptocurrency is tied to it. Just protect yourself. The best course of action is always to mine to an exchange and mine it to sell it. But yeah, that's all I have for you. Go ahead and please leave a comment down below. I want to know what you think about this project. Did I miss anything? Did you see any other red flags? Do you see any green lights? Let me know. Okay, so moving into GPU mining profitability, we have the 40 series cards. SkyDogeNet is back in the lead with these 40 series cards. They don't seem to want to move off of it. 4090 is doing 122 in revenue and 81 cents after power at a 10-cent kilowatt hour. Moving out of the 40 series, we actually have XNA or NEURAI, who we just went over, actually in the lead for a lot of these cards. On a CMP 170HX, we have XNA being the highest profitability at 80 cents of revenue and 37 cents profit. Overall, this coin is pretty profitable. Moving down into some of the smaller cards, we see things like the 3060 Ti doing 57 cents a day, as well as 3070. Both are 21 cents after power. Moving down into something like a 5600 XT, they are doing 39 cents revenue, 14-cent profit. It's pretty good. A2000 doing 28 cents a day on XNA, 11 cents after profit. You know I love my 1660s, 22 cents revenue, 6 cents profit after power. Moving into ASIC machines, the Bitmain Antminer KS3 on Caspa, moving down even further, doing 23.92 a day. Remember when this thing was making over $3,000 a day? So we have the Jasminer X16-P doing 12.54 a day on ETHW. The Antminer L7 on Script mining LTC, and Doge doing 11.24 a day. We have the Bitmain KA3 on Cadena's network doing 4.06 a day. The Bitmain Antminer E9 Pro doing 3.27. To everyone that stuck around, I just wanted to say a huge thank you. I also wanted to give a huge thank you to all of my subscribers. I'm in disbelief that I'm already at 125 subscribers. It took me, you know, a good portion of 4 months to get to 100, and in literally just a day or so, I've hit an extra 25 subscribers. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for your support. In return, what I'd like to do for you, please, if you have any hardware or technical questions, put it down in the comments. I would love to answer anything for you, as long as it's cryptocurrency related, as long as it's proof of work related. If you have questions about ASIC machines, CPUs, GPUs, put them down in the comments. But thank you for everything, everyone, and we will go ahead and see you tomorrow.